And for the singing, for the songs, I thought that they relied a lot on compression, which is a filter that you put over singers when they're not great singers. Now, it wasn't as bad as Emma Watson in Beauty and the Beast, where they used auto-tune, like T-Pain. Like, you can hear a little bit of the auto-tune in there, just on, like, correcting certain notes, but they went really heavy on the compression, and you can just, it takes you out of the movie in terms of, we're not getting the true performance of this actor or actress, where it's a simulated version of their voice. And I'm sure there's plenty of actors out there that can sing, all right? Plenty. About an hour in, there was no storyline or plot line or subplot that was able to hold my interest. And I don't think I'm alone on that, which is why the movie is scoring so badly. It's just, they moved too quick past each one. They never set their feet and dug into a specific theme or even agenda, right? It's like, if you want to have a woke or agenda movie, lean into it, right? Own it. Don't brush up here and then brush up there to try to make everybody happy, because people know that. They see right through it. So my actual IMDb score is, I gave it a 2. I'm not gonna give it a 1, because if you give it a 1 or a 10, I think they do some sort of like they cancel those out. So give it a 2. The film lacked all the essential ingredients to actually be a movie, let alone a Hollywood movie, let alone a $250 million Disney movie, let alone a Disney classic, you know, the cornerstone of Disney, that one of the movie that made the studio. Snow White struggled with the structure of the film. It didn't know what it was. It didn't know if it was good, if it was a love story. It didn't know if it was some sort of rebellion movie. It didn't know if it was it was trying, in some spots that you feel like we're gearing up for some sort of like war movie, like Kingdom of Heaven or something like that. It just had too many little segments of movies, different themes of movies, different genres of movies, all jammed into one piece. Now, how would I, the Underdog producer, if given the opportunity, how would I fix this movie? Because clearly, based on all of the bombs that they got going on, they need some new blood. All right, someone to get in there and show them how it's done, like Gordon Ramsay Kitchen Nightmare style. All right, this is what I would do. First off, if you're gonna have a movie that's trying to be 3 different things, a love story, her winning her kingdom back, we're gonna develop 7 different dwarfs, right? Character develop them. If we're gonna have all these different things, then what we need to do first and foremost is, this movie cannot be an hour and 49 minutes long. This must be, in order to fix this, to save this movie, this must be at least a 2.5 hour movie long. Like Wicked. I think Wicked was almost 3 hours, right? You have all these different plots in there. You need to give them time to develop, to get sink in with the audience, so we actually can feel for these characters. So the first thing to fix this movie is it needs to be a longer movie, at least 2.5 hours. What would I do with those 2.5 hours? Well, first and foremost, I would fully develop Snow White's actual journey. All right, we're not just gonna skate through. We're not just gonna meet this Prince Charming. His scene is just this weird scene where he feels like it literally felt like again, like I said, a compilation of different genres. When the Prince Charming guy came in, it felt like I went from Snow White to watching Robin Hood Men in Tights. This is this weird genre clash. And that goes down the poor direction. So what do I do to fix